abusia Moson for Francis Aquani. Francis Aquani, they are not Omagana Bakuni, OGB for short. And any die, they can would say, and I say, would you tea what our Shasia MIA? Now making sure, say, what subscribe to our channel. A very, very important. OGB members across the globe. But what now a subscribe to OGB channel, MIA. Who will follow my Ghana back via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. What my own show. Your website is so www.omaganabakuma.org. www.omaganabakuma.org. Hanso Ukoha Ubetimi I register now joining Ekubata etc. Our mission is we are seeking to unite all Ghanaians, both home and abroad. Say Ebredu, say Ghana for their kind of mobile. And then as a bit of a seminar, I say video be in a certain town as well. Before a claim says, say, who call United Kingdom. One must say, Obi, I will call illegally. That means, say, what the visa and airqua, and you'll be now fairly amount. And I would call, say, well, you Uba, Papa, Mame, as some no, a yin, I didn't say the normal way, in the qua abrucino. And no, the first thing. They will say, what they be a visa, be now, what they call say. Wo ko be bia tete se ne kan na nkofo ye no na ekire no wa penkrata no ye se ye de san nkofo na omu siki asala obi wo kwa wo se wo ntokwasi ye krom ye de san nkofo nyina e de omu ko to Rwanda ya de a etwagu e wa mansante tan so na Ghana fo bebre esane me say eh na ekọ UK ni o obi bi sa se ye no kore anasa ye no kore na ye behwe na papa ya obeka se opani were wonderful Eman Penny, your friend President Paul Kagame. Well, your man Penny, I cherish him a lot. If you say he Obayan, the first agenda was unite all the your friends Rwandan sitting in your name Niato Rwandaful. Now said the book to the moment can't Rwandaful and was some kaka and channel. Just briefly. Now you share baby Rwanda for free. Just 1994 year you 1994. How many years in it? And Biasa, around maybe 26, less than 30 years in it. And now, Rwanda, almost started to say, almost a day, almost a chill of mine. And yet, President also Pokigami, and now, or started here, or my penny been a chassis, and no ever to us. Now, I just want to read something briefly so you can hear. Into my NT, thank you very much. Rwanda, BBC, were in front of Rwanda genocide. As same way as here, April 7th, and as a 7th April, all the way down to 15th July 1994. Now, Sabra no Omunya be a civil war. Now, civil war, a year, your friend say, Monsieur Kua, one war Rwanda. And now, Sadia way is here. Minority group, now Omoye Tutsi, one, and I'm forming militia group. And I've any moderate group from Hutu. And then the child. So, your friend said, these three groups, and now one more start here warning. Ebusia, in Nipa, Iwu Yano, in Pesamaca Hossam, in Pesamaca, Rwanda for a yaw. So, I'll share your casa for news. You can see, say, this is what happened just in 1994. Yeah. And I name it to say the Hutus, the Tutsis, and the Cha. These are the three main your friends say ethnic groups and Tokwano or more Ebi Mupa. And now we are Tutinia, won't me come be a Hutu for the Ghana never said, Woofrey North, the Gomba the Gati, women not come home. The Ashantis are united, no more Sappos so united, not adding to quite a Ebusia. Since 1994, Rwanda was nowhere. It was a place here. See, a Kasakoa won't call. Maybe be a friend of the Maya, or Kotina, Rwanda, got to be moved. Nana would say, if you anyhow. Or Mampeni Pokegami, and Grovo accusing the say, now we are Pan Africanists. Now we are one of a year and Grofoni Dawson. And I wouldn't your friend say, British, and I say United Kingdom for a cat dealer. We sing Grovo, moving Grovo myself. Omuma yemma omumra ukomo na Rwanda baby a time ebusia mama yenkotie omampene kasa ni masem. Now this will answer a lot of questions. Meaning say Ghana Web, any other media houses or cited this story no one more to mo base and clarify those things nti ewo any person ye dey no kura no ebrem OGB TV a nti ebusia mama yenkotie Pokigami no na asem na ye wi a OGB so abekire de ntia Yeah, for me, oh my Ghana back one, you press the Ghana phone now, thank you very much.
To do with migration. I know it has caused another confusion, and I want to explain it to you. And again, I first had to say what I said, and I bring this because it should be seen in that context of who we are and who we want to be. Because I have seen some people say, you know, that United Kingdom gave us money and then they want to dump people here. No, we don't do that kind of thing. we don't buy and sell people. We can't do that again because of our core values. But I'll tell you what happened, and so that everyone is clear in their minds. In 2018, if many of you may recollect, I was the chair of the African Union. And during that time, so many stories, you know, many young, maybe some of them old Africans were perishing, dying in big numbers in the Mediterranean, being taken through Libya and to many parts of Europe. And I remember reading a story about a Ghanaian young man, an engineer, who happened to be following this path, and there are people, they are smugglers, they have networks who take people from Africa, different parts, and smuggle them into Europe. And that time they were using Libya because of its statelessness. There was confusion, there was no state in control. And in fact, hundreds, if not thousands of them were trapped in Libya in different places in the prisons, starving to death, others abused in all sorts of ways. Some people had started coming, picking some of them and taking them to their countries to use them as slaves. Slaves. And we were somewhere discussing with some of the leaders, and I was telling them, why don't we address this problem? I said, for example, for me, I am not just going to suggest this theoretically that it can work. I want to even provide an example. I said, let's find ways. If we got all these people trapped in Libya who they can't go back to where they came from, they can't move ahead to Europe where they wanted to go. And I told them, I can assure you, with all our weaknesses and whatever we have in our country, these people, if they were brought through Rwanda, they would live a better life than they are living in Libya, in these prisons. And I said, so if we brought them, then other countries interested in helping in this program, we can do the following. One, we can ask these people whether they want to go back to where they came from, now that they found themselves mistaken and in a very terrible situation in Libya. They may end up wanting to go back home. Because I had read that story of the Ghanaian I was telling you, who was, for him, he was an educated man, young man, but I think illusioned about. I think he was an engineer, the way I read it, but for some reason he wasn't employed. And so the networks that were smuggling people to Europe took him, and when he was in Libya, he got stuck, he found he was not going forward. So he had paid some amount of money which he got from his parents. You remember the story we were talking about, $800 or $900 we had been paying through to these smugglers. And so he started negotiating with the smugglers to take him back, and he would pay the same amount of, again, the same amount of money, which means 1,600 or 1,800. But this time he didn't have it. It would be paid when he got back to Ghana by, I think, his parents. So the smugglers took him back. But this is because he discovered there was no way of continuing to Europe. But even if he had reached Europe, by the way, I'm not sure, maybe what he had in mind he would become or he was going to be the case. Maybe he was just going to be the same person as he was in Ghana, even in Europe, wherever he would be. He wasn't going to get that good living now. But anyway, so agreed, if they arrived here, they could easily be taken back home if they choose to go back home. Second, those European countries that have allowed migrants to come to Europe should come and stably select those they want to take to their countries, and that would be still better than these people being trapped in Libya. Then third, we provided another option. We said, for those who can't go back, who don't want to go back for some reason of their own, and may not be selected by the countries that want to absorb them, we are giving them another option. We can actually find ways in which they can stay here.
Mr. President, let me say this in English. Wherever this president will watch this video, or whoever will be a Rwandan, and then they're watching this video, sorry, we have to cut off your president. So that is the apology. ODB respect every country, their sovereignty, their president, or whatsoever. It's not that we are trying to disrespect people, especially heads of state when they are talking by cutting them off. Okay, now with that being said, now let me switch back to our local dialect. Thank you. And Omampeni Kansa Miensa was say in the year 2018, now a year, African Union, in our Chama. Now, who said, Grofua, I think predominantly West Africa, and our person go Europe, if you go far Libya. Yen Yanim Bebre, our country, as some American, Makai be out. Sometimes you are not a brutal for be. Our fat Yahweh to say, Mr. Omo common summer. You need to hear them and you need to understand them. Number one, risk now will take you one. And yet, sometimes it blows my mind because we walk or talk to that party. Number one, baby, I will only several could do. Two, a highly likely society panel will be a council. Say, I know what's a canyon. A man of God is said to say, your money for a year, Republican. When you are at your for family. And the majority of them are Omukozero and Pempino Corona or call Europe empty handed. Nisika, imagine. You have Bruno. A binum you don't to a jail, any prison. Me, I'm your personal friend here. Okodu Libya went to me and Santos. Sabri, I ain't a year because for several years, we'll be anti income. Sometimes they come to be doing for no Omu Aka, a desert nesson. You also make it now, non Mediterranean sinusina, Yadian in Becano. A rubber a boat from the corner, a major, not even why in a pruning fin, not Omu. I was here and some year be brave. The papa is see a woman near my Tisanos. I don't know any Africa for young one why I'm young. And to why I send here, one day Africa you for the Becca. Now, Obia. Obekoka your friends and say Musa the Ghanaian engineer be on what the Ghana need a year case study Ghana for 1 year. Now was it your turning and I said a breaking the cameras back and they say Ghana no restaurant to a percent and conform in the corner for them back into a mono or no more year renegotiation. The same amount of Tia Mamma was the same amount of Ghana. And so now we need our choice and as our option. Ebusia. The papa say, well, let me up for some for no album. Number one, listen. Share the kind of people that Papa Epic here. This man know what time it is. Highly educated Ghanaians. Go Ghana ni person engineer. Look, Abrochira way. A lot of people I don't know desert so. Obu wa na wofu omo be greener pastures. Omo engineer anye. Typical example. US. The first female vice president. Or in the person of Kamala Harris. Wano, o mami from India, o papa Jamaican, and all the bar America approaching them. Mamma and the papa, what kind of history? Over to me, I need be out. Just your first to be to me on the way, and then Omoba Abe vice president. Elon Musk as the same fancy, we are singing now. One on our yes, can you pardon? Sabranti, or South African, or American, and would develop on your market. You were home, baby, home, Kroma. Obi to say, your friend say, Congress woman here, free Somali, Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar, Somali, Oba Romano, down how a crumb and young in free Somalia, and then America, and then were US House of Representatives. I can't emraship the Gafua, almost Shambra, America, Sasiswa, Sa, obey, or Kahubi, or free Somalia. We African. Say if Africa make mama ne citizens and ne mebuno chance. No more the leverage ya abrote de ma mebuno a me fit generation no. This is what they can do. And sometimes when you penny for no professor they take pride in it. Now Simbusana say why na on training and I want it to be. Everybody me do pepe so be e me popular answer no be credit no. You penny for where they respectfully as Simbisa person bisa no. What was a blasters here? Cover World Cup. Yes, you can players are more foreign born. Way a highly dicey. Maybe you'll be a ball power. Ball, dear, what can't no coming. Meaning, say Ghana, Ghana for ya 2010 as a more than was upon the TV. Ghana versus Uruguay, a semi quarterfinals. I was here 3 days, let me to me. And that. Sa match, is a net receiving them in person as I match, because we should be under pressure. But World Cup I go Katai. One was say press young free players or mamma because will be any proper system as you say probably any actual more this place no I can share. Ghana you will millions and thousands of talent and Kola Academy correct will be what to the match a friend say academy. Ghana's will be the bar your friend say a obobola yes or a couple of no. Mam ya to the party. Nkolai ni ye molesting nkolai bi na ko mo wi nkolai bi pa ko mo bo so ti akra no wo mo crash so abebu boss a ball no ne nan ko to ni twitwi mo onuro premiership na chese wanyini kwa bo ne mfie yi so na ne prime time na etwem and the time and grofo hu no se wanyina bi wo ye yi kakra bi yesi won kwa no se wo se Ghana ye kuro mo wo premiership anka se Ghana premiership no ye ntimi meto play bi enko team kesi bi ye wasase wi so yesi ye pe the first 20 African, your first league, and we are Ghana, yet to my movie. I was here. Make us our into Trump person. Pork Gabi, a can money, first one, and I made it to just say, or share say, a branch in a school, where you engineer, or bit my body, to say, imagine Grofon, no back more. Number one, Africa, your tradition, you wanted to hear, and to integrate one. Two, wow, Obia, office say, and then what to mean some come be free buying so a person will stay wa tiasem yo on bedroom. These are people many a times one no mutu kwa approaching baby wa omo ye highly educated approaching including America have any way no ye Ghana form omo free Ghana ba baby na go school so enso omo talent no munim de enam so omo go school wa ne bia so ba pressure wo fie ene niema botaya wo tu kwanto person ko si dai oye niema nti omo ntimi nya ebi eye care drivers ebi enwuma bi a omo che da empe omo nam America sase so ene ebi asa afana nyina no we eye your friend say academic your friend say brain trade eno na system abrofo no create sabre ehwim Africa one more omunya san ni ngeni bebre san ye slavery time na buy no ye fa Africa for no mo dene no be building amanone anasa abrochire ema one more enen no ahaba ye kra behwe no bibi sa na ekoso abusuya nti Paul gam yasema kan mo nyina no ensi bone papa no is being smart he knows what time it is One him say, na wa mo bi say Ghana ni ba ebusia. Me wi ma say de me kan nyina ne say Ghana ye wazo ye. Ghana for there's only one magic pe and I can say you bit my day. You bet take that magic one, you say. So you bet my kind of and Kabum one is enough for us what no say ya how near your problem near ya idea where ya a bad boy and Kabum this is what OGB is calling for. Umpe wait now per day. You come on, you bet me create a lot of jobs. And you ma by your first foreigners ever to a man approach it for see a Kabum, you bet me create more than enough. Now you be say, and again for the same question with the GDN. Look, OGB want us to do something new. And she say, yeah, any your policies, any your bylaws, any your constitution, and yet in the beno, and in V9 atna, as I see we so. From different approaches, and your first world country be America, Europe, and United Kingdom, and Nipa, including Ghana, and the actors, take tax, professors, PhD holders, and my research. I crafted OGB and Yama said this will work. Now, say Nippon say I had the basis in the history of our country. And it to me tonight, and my Ghana and family. OGB, we are more than 6. And we believe, said the plan that we have now will work. And we see our website, www.omaganabackman.org. Or the Mankman, or Shop, College Stawati, number Johnny Equity say, Name the Bia Wobiano, OGB Afro, Bra, Nafabebwa. Together, we can change the destiny of our country. Or the Mankman, or Shop, Edepa, Yabasan Eshib, your Sabri dear, Mino Edinka. Thank you very much.
Fumo,